Great cause. Yvonne Schalle is here with weather. Yvonne, how are we looking for this weekend?
Hot, very hot out there. We've had some temperature records fall. We had some yesterday as well. So it is going to be a hot one with a bit of a blip in the forecast, and I'll have that coming up in just a moment. Soyuz, we can see getting up to 39.4. These are unofficial numbers, but just to give you an idea, the heat felt, especially in towards the Okanagan. Lillooet, also 39.4. Areas near Vernon, Kamloops, and even Summerland getting up to 36 degrees. The hot spot, though, Lytton, up to 39.6. So it is a very hot start to our long weekend, and we're going to continue to track the heat. A few other spots across the province. Castlegar today getting up to 37, similar for Merritt with 36 degrees. Areas that are a bit closer to the water, it was a touch cooler and a bit more pleasant. We still have the heat warnings that remain in effect. That extends along the eastern edge of Vancouver Island. Areas in towards Whistler, the Fraser Canyon, and the north and central coast inland. We'll likely see those heat warnings for the northern half of the province extending into early next week. Smoky skies bulletin, all areas that are in gray. If you do have respiratory issues, you'll want to try and limit the amount of time spent outdoors impacted by the smoke still over the next 24 and potentially 48 hours. Now, with the heat warnings, this is what we're watching very closely. There's not much of a reprieve. Our overnight lows, we can see a few spots even into the low 20s, Kamloops included within that, and areas near Kelowna and Castlegar just down to 18 degrees. So it's going to be very warm as we get in overnight tonight. The Soyuz, for example, with the heat warning, temperatures into the mid and upper 30s. We'll still see that, and it is going to be hot into the low 30s as we look ahead towards our long-range forecast. Fire danger rating, this is now increased. We've got high in many areas now sitting at extreme. We'll be watching the southeastern corners of the province and in towards the Thompson Okanagan for tomorrow. Now, the areas of concern will be across the Okanagan and extending into the southeastern corners tomorrow, where we're looking at the risk of thunderstorms, and that will extend in towards the northeastern corners as well. So we can see that on the futurecast, all this instability that is going to pop up. We've actually got a low that's just sitting towards the south, and that's what's bringing it in from most areas along the southern half of the province. So we are going to look at the potential for some lightning for tomorrow. Now, the northern half of the province along the coast, a touch cooler, pleasant with highs up to 19 degrees. It's the southeastern corners that'll be very hot, and we are going to see that risk of thunderstorms. Thompson Okanagan will be included within that. Inland across the island, we're into the low 30s, very hot right across the board. Factor in the Humidex tomorrow, we're going to feel like 34 and to round off our long weekend. Highs, Sarah, between 24 and 29, and sunny still for our Tuesday onwards. Back to you.
Okay, thanks so much, Yvonne. We'll see you soon.